In this video, we're going to add additional storage to an Oracle Linux instance on the Oracle Compute Cloud Service. The steps needed include the following. Using the Oracle Compute Cloud Service web console, we're first going to create a storage volume. We'll then attach the storage volume to our instance. We can then log onto the Oracle Linux instance and begin to use the additional storage. We can create a partition on the new block storage device. We can create a file system on the new device, and we can mount the file system and begin to use the storage. We'll show all these steps in the video. From the Oracle Compute Cloud Service web console, we'll click the Instance tab. You'll see the public IP address of the instance. We'll use that address to SSH into our instance. I'm on a VBox virtual machine running Oracle Linux, so we'll SSH using the OPC user and the IP address, the public IP address. We'll include the private key part of the SSH key pair that we created in an earlier video. And we're now logged onto our instance. We can run some storage commands to see what storage is currently attached. I'll run ls-l/dev/xvd star, and you'll see that we have a single storage device /dev/xvdb, and it has two partitions on it. So now we're going to create the block storage device. So we'll go back to the Oracle Compute Cloud Service console, click the Storage tab, and then click the Create Storage Volume button. Create storage volume window appears. I'll give it a name. I'll call it Craig_storage_vol_01. For boot image, you can make a storage volume a boot disk by selecting a machine image in this field. But for this video, we're just going to leave this field blank. Choose none. Size, make it a 50 gig disk. For storage property, I'll just take the default, but you can see that there are other properties available. For description, I'll just enter storage volume for data and applications. Click Create. You'll see some messages at the top right about the storage volume being created. You'll see it show up on the screen. It's initializing, and then it's eventually online. And now we need to attach it to our instance. So you can click the menu and just select Attach to Instance, and then select the instance that we want to attach it to, which is our Craig instance. And I'll just take the default number 2 as attaches disk number. Click Attach. You'll see some more messages at the top right. And you'll now see that we have 62 gigs of storage attached to our instance. A 150 gig disk and 112 gig disk. I can confirm this by going back to Instances and notice that we have 62 gigs under the volume column for our instance. We can now go back to our instance and use that new storage. So we're already logged in. I'll rerun this ls command, and now you'll see this new storage device shows up as /dev/xvdc. I can run the fdisk-l command, and you can see the size of it is 50 gig or close to it. In this case, it's 53.7. And we can now make this new storage device usable. I'll use sudo and make a ext3 file system on the device. And then I can make a mount point. I'll just make dir/mnt/storage using sudo. I'll use the mount command and mount dev xvdc on this new mount point. And then run df-h, and you can see that the file system is mounted at the last entry on this output. I can show that it's usable by copying some files to this new file system. I'll just copy all the VM Linux files from the boot directory onto our new file system. and then ls-l. You can see the files were copied over to our new file system. So to summarize, in this video we added a 50 gig storage volume to an existing Oracle Linux instance in the Oracle Compute Cloud Service. This process required us first to create the storage volume, and then we attached the storage volume to our instance. We then logged on to our instance and made this new storage volume usable. Created an ext3 file system on the device, created a mount point and mounted the file system, copied some files onto the file system to show that it was usable.